Welcome to the Man United show. We are live, and I'm joined by Rohan Ricketts himself. How you doing, Rohan?
I'm amazing, brother. How you doing?
Do you know what? I was going to say I'm good, yeah, but you have given me this different level of energy this morning or this afternoon, and I'm going to say I'm also amazing.
I love that, brother. Because you know what it is? When you wake up in the morning,
yeah,
you can see, you can breathe. You know, you see your children if you have children, your missus, your family. Everything's amazing. You're rich. You don't need what more. Anything else is a bonus, brother.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Don't just be like that today just because we're
very
talking.
True. No. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of energy I'm talking about now. Joined by my co-host, of course, Nathan Ennerton. How you doing, Nathan?
I'm amazing.
See, look what you've done.
I'm doing good. Thanks, Rohan.
It's infectious.
It is infectious. And I hope everyone else in the comment section is amazing as well. We're joined by Kate's here, Lauren's here, King Eric's here. Is that only girl Trafford's here? I know Garth's hidden in there somewhere. All right, let's get this underway. It's the Manchester United and Tottenham preview. They've labelled this El Sacchio. It's tasteless. Come on. These two teams are 5th and 6th in the league. How are we talking about El Sacchio right now? But let's check out the team news. Man United, team news is out. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done his press conference. Absentees are Paul Pogba still, but Martial and Rafael Varane are back in training, so they should be fit for tomorrow's game. Tottenham currently look like they don't have any injuries or absentees that I can see, but there is still a press conference to come. All right, let's start with you, Rohan. The start from Nuno Espirito Santo started really well. It got a bit shaky. And there's a few fans that are disgruntled at the moment. What's your feelings on the start of the campaign for Tottenham?
I think I thought for me it was a good choice. He done a really good job at Wolves, got them into the Premier League, sustained their position in the Premier League, playing some attractive football with the players that they had. So I thought him getting a job was a good decision from Daniel Levy. It was never going to be easy. When you got a new manager going in there, you're not sure, and Nathan can agree with this, you're not sure, okay, how's he going to play? Is he going to change it? And then if he changes it and it's a bit different, it might take players time to adapt to that style and to find their rhythm within what he's asking, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they have now started to find their rhythm. I think I like there's a few players that I might have in a team starting over some other players. But for the most part, I think Tottenham have now found their flow under Nuno. And Nuno will probably say to us, there's more to come. The other thing I was going to say to you, like they also had their talisman, Harry Kane, come back in late. So that was a bit of an hiccup. Maybe if he come back earlier, maybe they've got a couple of wins. So I think they've had a good start.
All right. Now, Nathan, you seemed a bit worried about this game when we were speaking the other day. Is that still the case?
Definitely, because as Rohan's saying now, look, they found their feet, and we haven't found our feet. We don't have any feet at the moment, so it's going to be a struggle. For me, I'm scared about anyone we're playing at the moment. So, coming up against Tottenham away as well, I'm just anxious to see what starting lineups he's going to choose, because for me, I know there needs to be some changes. You can't continue doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So I just hope to see some changes, and I'll talk about them later, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Ryan, a key player for you surely tomorrow is Harry Kane. Is it time he starts getting into the stride of things, getting into the pace of the Premier League this season, start scoring goals?
Yeah. I think it is, but strikers, they need service. I'm not saying that he's lacking in service. And I think the most important player tomorrow, or I wouldn't say important player, the most important area of the pitch tomorrow will be the midfield area. Why? Because Manchester United obviously are going through a really tough moment. They're delicate right now. Why are they delicate? They're delicate because they've been exposed and people have been able to play through them, right, and make it hard for them, which is what Liverpool exposed last week. So in that midfield area, which an area which I know really well, if they can go and win that battle and really impose themselves off the ball, and then try and get on the ball and kind of show maybe some frailties that Man United have in and around. You know, people are saying Bruno Fernandes maybe doesn't have the capacity to press. The people are blaming it on the press. So let's just stick with that. And then they might bring back in Pogba. We know Fred can press. We know McTominay can press. But I think that area, if they can impose themselves on them and then get on the ball and kind of play through them, I think Man United, who I'm a boyhood Man United fan, Man United yeah. I'm a boyhood Man United fan.
How did I not know that? How did I not know that? When we went to school together.
Yeah, you never knew?
I never knew you supported United.
You went to school together?
Yeah, we went to same school. It's crazy because I think he's 2 years above me. 2 years above me in school. What are you born? Are you 1980?
81.
81. So but in England it's different. So you might have been 2 school years above me. Because you was in Keith's year or Dean's year.
Yeah, Keith year,
yeah. So you was 2 school years above me. And then, so we used to play football in school and stuff. But in school, it wasn't like me and him was playing, I think, together every single day. From what I can remember. Maybe it was.
Yeah.
But I don't, was you playing football often in school, Nate? In Larcourt?
On the concrete playground, yeah, every now and again. But
on the concrete.
We were so young.
Yeah, it wasn't until we moved on where someone said to me, Nathan's playing there. And yeah, I remember Nathan was from school. Like, Nathan. But I remembered Nathan, but I never knew Nathan went on to play football. And then he had a journey. And I think, obviously, because I was young, so at that age, remember when I reached 10, I was at Arsenal. So it was like I was kind of just fixated on that. And then all of a sudden, Nathan went on and had his career and bumped into him. He's connected. So, Larcourt Juniors.
Full circle, full circle. And now you're on KS1 TV. Made it. Done. There we go. All right. Another player that's sort of coming to the team this year and starting to make his mark is Oliver Skipp. Are you saying about the midfield? Big game for Skipp and Højbjerg then if they start together.
Massive game for them. I got one of my close confidants. He's like a godfather to me. He's an agent in England, black agent, super agent. His name's Eric Waters. And we have discussions all the time. He's a mentor to me. So we have discussions all the time about players that are coming through, right? Because he's really got his ear to the ground. He's really in the streets there in England. So he's seen these players firsthand before they actually make their debut. So he always said to me, he's not a big Skipp fan. But he said, because you know, there's players out there that maybe got more to their game. But what Skipp does bring to the team, similar to McTominay and Fred, is that kind of selflessness. Yeah, the energy and selflessness to go and just work, make it hard for the opposing team and get in their faces. So this game's perfect for him. Like, he must be licking his lip because he's just gonna go out there and, you know, try and rattle a few feathers. But I think we're gonna see a reaction from Manchester United. It is Man United. And
that's what I was saying, Nathan. You think that Ollie might go back to the Fred and McTominay in the central midfield, which you're slightly worried about. But if you're battling up against Skipp and Højbjerg, do you not think that those two can take them on?
You know what? For me, I think we need to see some changes. Like we've gone with that a few times now in a row, thinking that that's going to save us. Like last season, it worked. But this season, it's not been working. We've been actually more open. Somehow we've been more open and more disjointed. Like the whole team as a whole, we're not defending as a whole. We're not attacking as a whole. And everybody's getting to have their way with us. And it's just, I'm looking at that saying, you don't go into the game again and say, same again, lads, but this time be better. You've got to change something for me. And that's where I'm going to stick with. I'm going to stick with, we need certain changes in there to strengthen things up. So then we can go and do other things in different areas. And like I said, I'd change my defense. I'd bring Varane back in, but I'd let Bailly come in with him. And I'd like to see Van der Beek come in that can be that person who can link the attack with the midfield and defense. That he's the only person in there that I can see who has the brain that can do that. And then with Bailly and Varane at the back, you don't need to worry so much. You don't need Fred and McTominay. You can have Matic in there, and that's when you can go and make things happen. I think we'll have so much more going forward and defensively if them few changes just happen. Just those. Bailly comes in, Van der Beek, Fred comes in, and Varane obviously comes back. I think that'll be enough to win this game. It's not going to be to change everything, but I think to win this game and look a lot stronger, that's what we need.
So your predicted lineup for this game is De Gea in goal, Varane,
Shaw, Varane, Bailly, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'd then go with Matic and Van der Beek, like we saw at Everton. That's the best midfield we've seen, the most controlling we've been this season, and it was a pre-season game against Everton. And then I'd like to give Sancho some minutes and put Cristiano up front and Rashford on the left. And then when Greenwood comes on, he goes up front where I want him to be. I want him to stay up front. I don't want him to cripple Sancho's chances. I want Sancho to get back to his ways. And that's going to happen from being fed from people like Van der Beek quickly and early. You know?
Yeah. So the chances of that lineup happening, though,
it's not going to happen. That's why we're going to struggle.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you've got Bailly in there, you've got Sancho in there, and as we've seen so far, those are not the players he wants to play at the moment.
So then we're going to continue doing what we're doing and have the similar results. Simple. It's going to continue happening.
Bringing Varane back in the team might make a difference?
We'll see. We will see. I want to see that starting lineup. Then I can make my prediction on what the score's going to be. I can say now based on if it's this, then that. Then if it's that, then this.
And if it's let's say McTominay goes in, you got Ronaldo, Greenwood, and Rashford. You got Varane at centre back with Maguire, left back Shaw, right back Wan-Bissaka. What's the score?
It's going to be tough because if Tottenham are coming back into it, I can see us losing like 2-1. I can see us losing 2-1. If we continue with that, 2-1, we're not going to win. We're going to concede goals. We concede goals every game. We've got to change something. We've got to give other players a chance while other players are not playing well. He's done it with Sancho, not playing well, take him out. He's done it with everyone else, but why can't he give Bailly a chance to play again? I don't know why. He needs to play. Simple for me.
True. Rohan, give us your predicted lineup, or the lineup you would go with against Man United.
Against Man United, look at what's his name, man? Rick, I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Rion, the left back.
Regular.
Thanks for that, Kieron. Good.
No worries. That's what I'm here for. Sanchez.
Is he coming back in, isn't he? He'd come back in then, wouldn't
he? Yeah, I think he likes him. I think he likes Sanchez. Yeah. Sanchez is like them South American defenders. They're a bit wild. They're wild. Yeah. But that wildness, as Nathan will tell you, they keep strikers on their toes, sucked to a point that they're rough and tough. But it's just like, get them in and around the box. Pens.
Yeah.
It's like a gift and a curse. Then you have Dyer. Who's the other centre back they had playing recently?
The new defender, right? That came in this season.
Yeah, so maybe Dyer. I wouldn't, because if you got Ronaldo there, obviously Ronaldo's quick, but I don't know if he's quick as he obviously used to be. Right back, you could put Doherty in there. Centre midfield, how I would like to see them line up. Like I said, I'm a bit different because I'm a ball playing player. I'm always thinking about kind of, okay, can we get the best players on the pitch and then try and get the best players to work hard without the ball. So I would want to go for Holberg, Ndombele and Dele Alli. So one sitting. I just think they're going to cause a lot of problems because with Ndombele, he's not a runner off the ball, but on the ball, he's very, very special. And then you got Dele Alli who can make runs in behind. Then on the left, we could have Son up front, Harry Kane, and on the right, Lucas Moura. That would be my preferred choice. Spurs fans, they might say, "Oh no, we've got to play Skip." If I'm being honest, I haven't really seen much of Skip to say, "Okay, I want him in there." But yeah, I would go with that team there.
How do they get the best out of Dele Alli again? Because the guy's a talent. You've seen what he could do throughout these years. Goal scoring, very good passing. He's got skills as well. How do they get Dele Alli ticking again?
The best thing, and it's simple, man management and game time. Man management and game time, because you already know, like probably Nathan as well has been through this situation where there's a gaffer or one gaffer loves you, and then you bump into another gaffer and he prefers someone else, and then you kind of see, look, he's got me his second or third choice. And you know you can do what you did at the previous club with the previous gaffer. But if you're not on the pitch and you don't have the belief of the guy, if he doesn't believe in you, don't get me wrong, you might be able to have a little good 20 minutes, you come on. But to go back to what you're saying, the Dele Alli that we first see maybe 5-6 years ago, you need a regular kind of like run of games. And then you need the gaffer in your ear, you know, he believes in you, you know, like people seem to forget that professional football players are human beings. You know, you can say he's 28, could be a millionaire, but we ideally just want to play football. And when you're at that level, at any level, you need that kind of arm around your shoulder. Not everyone needs that, but most players need a little arm around your shoulder in the game. Look, Dele, look, you got that. You're going to play that. Do what you do. Do what you do. You're on the bench. That. Not, Dele, come on now. You got to, like, you know, making him feel that he's not doing something right. Do what you do. Get on the ball. Make runs in behind. Go and do what you do. Fully supporting you. That goes a long way. I had that with Glenn Hoddle, and it gave me wings. Then I've had other gaffers like David Pleat. Can't stand the guy. You know, it's fine. I can't stand the guy, but I've come to understand what he was seeing, but he just didn't know how to convey. And that's why man management's super important at first team level. He didn't know how to convey what he thought I was missing, and then how I should go and try and work on that. He just said, "All right, you're out the team."
I read that story about Jonathan, is it Blondell?
Oh, you got a good memory. You do your research. You're serious, eh?
I'm trying to take this to the top, Rohan, mate.
You don't mess about.
That's what I've got to do. That's what I've got to do.
But, hey, I got a question, man, Rohan.
Go on.
Serious. Look, you've hit the nail on the head right there. Exactly what happens inside where no one really hears that kind of stuff. But here's the thing. This guy, Rohan, he's like in my mind, I see you as like a coaching genius. Like you're gonna get to them levels. If you're gonna continue going in that direction,
respect, bro. I appreciate that.
I can see you getting there. I'm telling you. But here's the thing: as a United supporter, that means you've been watching United for quite a bit. Now, can you give me your breakdown on what you think is going wrong about United and what you would change? Because you might be thinking of something I'm not even thinking of, and I know you are because I can see your face and how you're thinking inside.
So that's a great point. So if you see like, and you might have played as well. Have you played a bit, Kieron?
Yeah, I played a bit.
Lovely. So you understand kind of the lingo and certain things.
Brilliant. Yeah, definitely.
So when you look at our teams when playing, and you look at certain identities. You go, okay, do they press? They don't press. Okay, do they press high? Do they drop low? I think Man United, we don't know why they press high. They have certain players. They have Greenwood. They have Rashford and Cavani, who's in the squad. And they also, I would say, even with Ronaldo, people criticize it, but I don't know if like the gaffer's given them the instructions to press as a unit. Are they working on that? Are they not delivering it as a team? People are pointing the finger at Ronaldo. Are they a bit disjointed? Like, so I don't know if it's clear, and it seems to me it's not clear that we are going to press high because we have players like Fred, we have players like McTominay that start in, Bruno Fernandes, even though he's not got that capacity to really press like that, I see him working hard. So what I would do, me as a person who at the moment is a coach, first of all, I would look, okay, if we're losing 5-0 and we've lost, and we've looked like we're going to lose some other games this weaker opposition, there's a problem when we haven't got the ball. That's just clear, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to make out, we're Man United. So we've got to make sure no one's coming in and figure, we can get 3 points today. that this is Manchester United. When I was young and I played against Man United a few times,
Yeah. You never win.
It's not, these guys are going to be roughing you up. They're on your heels. It's Manchester United. So with the ball, and let me tell you a little inside story before I carry on.
Yeah.
I remember playing against Man United, Old Trafford. We won the game 1-0, but we didn't get the goal when Pedro Mendes scored from the halfway line. Right?
Roy Carroll.
Lovely. This guy knows his stuff.
Yeah.
You're really
went over the line. Yeah.
What did you have for breakfast, Kieron?
Weetabix, mate. Every morning.
Yeah. Makes sense. Those fibers. So check this out. So we played against Man United. I played right wing. I'm a central midfield player, but I played right wing. If I'm going to play on the wing, I'd rather play on the left to tuck in, to cut in. So I played on the right wing. I was just charging up and down. In my mind, my opinion, I didn't really have a good game on the ball. But I worked my nuts off. I was played against Gabriel Hines and played okay for me. Played okay. Alex Ferguson went in the game in the players' lounge or wherever it was up there in the stadium and said to Martin Yo, he goes, "You're number 27, Ricketts. What a player, great legs, blah blah, blah, huge potential." So I never knew that. So Gaffer told Jermaine Defoe. Defoe came and told me in the massage room. He said, "Yo, bro." He said, "Yeah, bro. Fergie likes you, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, bro." Yeah, bro. Fergie likes you, bro. I said to Jermaine too. "Yeah, bro." I said, "He was the Gaffer, bro. I was Gaffer." I'm like, "Yeah." So I was like, "All right." I said, I cut my massage short. I said, "Yeah, I'll soon come." I went to go check the Gaffer. I said, Jermaine told me Fergie said some nice words about it. He said, "Yes. And Ferguson said number 27. Great legs, good player, big potential." And he said, I don't know what he fucking saw because you was running around like a fucking headless chicken. like a true Englishman. So he said like a true Englishman. I played the whole game, by the way. I played 90 minutes. He left me on, but the moral of the story is Alex Ferguson, I got to find this out through Eric Waters, who's the agent. Eric Waters is the agent of Ashley Young. And he signed Ashley Young from Villa to Man United.
Yep.
And Eric Waters concurred what I found out from Martin Yo that Manchester United at the time, who was spearheaded by Alex Ferguson, when they're scouting, they're not watching what you do on the ball. Manchester United players are, in his mind, and this is most of them. So you might fit in a little Cantona here and there and a little guy here and there. But most of them, off the ball, dogs.
Yeah.
So collectively, as a team, we are extremely hard to beat. That is not Manchester United today. That is Liverpool. Man City are like that, but they do it by keeping the ball. Chelsea are very difficult to beat and get through. Man United ain't. So, do we need McTominay? And do we need he's not got a lot of guile. McTominay's not got a lot of guile. Do we need him centre midfield when we've got Pogba in there? Do we need Fred and him together? No. Matic is probably better on the ball than both. Does he get around? No. But these guys have already done it at the high level. So I feel what Man United have got to do, you see it at Chelsea. Chelsea got two ball-playing players in the middle. They've got Jorginho, they've got Kovacic. Two ball-playing players, and they're tough to beat. So I don't
they work.
We need to have two. We don't need those two in. We need Pogba in. We need Matic in. We can even put Van der Beek in. But what we need is good man management from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to make the team and the personalities in the team work and kind of sing off the same hymn sheet off the ball. Off the ball. On the ball, I think they can figure things out. They're good football players. Everyone's now making angles and passing through the lines. Those players are going to, those guys are going to make more, what's the word? Unpredictable decisions with the ball because they're just naturally bare footballers. If we go in a rondo, forget even a rondo. If we went into a 4v4, right? And listen, if we went in a 4v where you had Pogba, you had Van der Beek, you had, what's this guy's name? Bruno Fernandes and Matic, right? Against McTominay, against Fred. Who's the other guys that sometimes play centre midfielder with?
named Fred.
Yeah, let's just say
and that's it.
Let's just say we threw a couple more in that they've got that style.
Yeah.
If the ball playing players that I named don't work hard, we will know they're going to get ran all over. This is
yeah. It's like a 5-a-side, isn't it?
If they graft, the other guys are going to get near them.
Yeah.
So to get them to graft that's going to say, has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got the skill set to get these guys to graft? And then when they graft, let's just stay. If they're grafting and we win and we lose and we draw, stay with them for 4 or 5 games because they will figure it out. Because they've got to change it up. They've got to change it up.
Great. That was spot on. Base level, they need to work. Base level, they do need to work.
Yeah.
And if anyone's played attack versus defense in 5-a-side, you know that them lazy forwards always get beat by us defenders. All the time.
Hey,
all the time.
You go in training.
All the time.
5-0. And that one player that young boy thinks, you know what? Let me get Cristiano. Let me get Root. And then that team gets wiped the floor with the defenders.
They get slapped all the time.
Can defend and score, but attackers can't defend and score. They can just score.
Yeah, but Pep Guardiola, you probably see the documentary when Pep Guardiola, who's one of my idols as a coach, when he went to Barcelona, the B team, he was in the B team, and then he had the Busquets in there, and Iniesta's, and Messi was in there, Pedro was in there, a few players, and then all of a sudden, when he got promoted to the first team, and then he brought up these boys, he had obviously the Ronaldinho. No, I don't know if Ronaldinho was there at the time. He had some really top players there. And Ronaldinho was there, but he slowly kind of phased him out and then gave Messi his head. So he said one of the key things that he had to do wasn't to give them these fantastic formation. Like, no, they already were going to play 4-3-3. That was their philosophy. That was their identity. He said the key thing for him was to get these footballers, or Xavi and these guys, the good footballers, to graft off the ball. That was the main thing. He said, if I can get these guys to graft, because remember, they're small, they're slight.
Yeah.
If you could get them to graft off the ball, make it difficult for the other team in the ball, then we're going to have the advantage. Because when we get the ball, we're better than them.
Yeah.
So we've got to go back to some real basics and make it difficult. And hopefully, Ole Gunnar's, it's really worrying that Man United, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows this stuff from Fergie. So something's, I don't, and maybe we have, what's it called? I don't know if these players, I was talking to one of my boys, you might know him, but I'm not going to say him say his name on it because he's, I'll tell you after. But we were talking about foreign players. And sometimes you have certain players and they got this style, and the style is not conducive to pressing. And if you don't know how to get into that guy because there's 2 ways. You can talk to players in 2 different ways, right? You can say to a player, listen, you're going to have to pull your finger out. You're going to have to press.
Yeah.
That might rub someone up the wrong way.
Yeah.
Cool. The other way is to go in and pull the guy in the office and say, look, you're the best centre midfield player we've got in there.
Yeah.
But to take you to the next level and to really get us going, we need you because you're going to take this to the next level. But we need you, press, and you do that with 3-4 of them. They're thinking, right, they're the man. I just need to just add this, So 2 different ways, and we don't know what way he's dealing with.
You're going to have to do that. This is something that you're learning as you're going along. How do you read the players? This has turned into a completely different pod, Rohan. What have you done?
I'm telling you, mate.
How do you pick up on this when you're coaching a player? Is it just getting to know him over time and then working out what makes him tick?
Yeah, for me, it's just clear communication. The eyes don't lie. So the eyes don't lie. Everyone's different. So you need to see how people react to what you are saying. Let's say generically. So you might say, when I say generically, to the group. So you say to the group, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. But then all of a sudden, you see, let's say you've got 10 players, outfield players. You see 6 of them that are buying into it, and you see 4. I have obviously my academy, the Rohan Ricketts Academy, and my academy focuses on training. So a lot of players that play for different clubs all over Toronto and certain areas in the GTA. They come and train with me. But in the last year of the pandemic, I've inherited some talented. I don't know if you've probably seen some of them. Like 9 years old, 8, 9, 10 years old. These kids are like, wow. And the potential's huge. Anyway, within that group now that I've formed as a little team, we trained last night, the league started last week. There's certain individuals that you see, they don't, they're not, what's the word, proactive to okay, coach said this, so I'm just going to do it. Like that. You have to remind them. They're just like, maybe some's a bit lazy and they don't listen, and this is with and without the ball. So then I've got to go as a coach, okay, cool. I don't need to scream, hey, boys, we got a... No. I've got to go over, pull one to the side, and help them. Yeah. Look, this is how, like, you're not doing this, and this is what it looks like, and this is the difference. So this is how you do it. This is where you coach. And because what Man United are doing right now, Nathan or yourself could go on the sideline. You could have gone on the sideline against Man United and lost 5-0 or 3. Like, so where is he, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, now going to earn his coin and make those, where it could be changes, but it's adjustment. Yeah, or adjustment and the man-to-man coaching, or is he losing his shit? Because because if you start losing your shit when the boat's rocking and you're pointing people out in public, it get messy. And people have to understand, football players are human beings, and it's how you communicate with them. You can communicate, like I said, one thing in 2-3 ways. And one of the ways might rub the guy wrong, and he's like thinking, it happened to me. It happened to me. You know?
All right. So that being said, after all that was brilliant.
To get him on the Man United show, isn't it?
I'm getting Rohan. You're coming on the Man United show. 100%. You're coming on. Yeah, you know. Pre-rate long enough.
For sure.
Who's your key player? Who's your key player, Nathan, for the game?
I think we need to have a good performance from the defence. So for me, the key player at the back, again, if Maguire's going to play, he's the key player. Because if he doesn't do well, I don't like him. I've already told. I don't really like what he's doing at the moment, and I don't think he's our best defender. But he's probably going to play. So the key is he has to have a good game. Simple as that. If he has a good game, we're probably going to do all right because we won't concede. But he has to have a good game. Really has to have a good game. But I don't want to see him starting because I want to see my two starting, but they're probably not going to. So yeah, Harry needs to have a good game.
He's the captain. He's definitely starting, Nathan. He's starting. He's not going to drop Harry Maguire.
Yeah, I know.
Rohan, who's Tottenham's key man to win
Tottenham's
the game tomorrow?
Key guy. Well, like I said, off the ball is a key area in these big games. And I think on the key guys, it's going to be Holberg in central midfield. Yeah. If Dele starts, or Son. I don't want to give you one guy. Those 3 guys. Why? Because where they're playing. So Holberg, can he impose himself without the ball on their midfield, winning second balls? All those little things is where games can be won and lost in certain areas. Son, where he's on the left or the right, him pressing, not allowing Man United to play. And then if Dele Alli's in an area where he can affect and press off the ball because he's got the athleticism to do that's so I want to say it's more of a key area than actually a key player. Because if Man United, that midfield area, this is where the game's going to be won and lost. Second balls, mate. Second balls is everything.
Very important. Give us your score prediction, Nathan.
Kids, you see how he's thinking the way I was thinking when I'm talking about the game.
Yeah. Brilliant.
When you look it up in your head, you're thinking,
it's good.
How's it going to go? You can kind of picture how it's going.
Like a film script. It's good.
It is. It feels like that sometimes. And sometimes things just come into your mind and you just realize what needs to be said. But I think, if we can have Harry Maguire being the key man, we will win the game 2-1. But if it continues the same, we're going to lose the game 2-1.
All right. So Nathan's gone for a 2-1 victory to Man United. He's cheating here. He's giving me 2 scores. One's a loss and one's a win. Give us your score predictions, guys. I want to see it in the comment section. Rohan, give us your score prediction.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Manchester United.
Whew.
Yeah, reaction. They're gonna have a reaction. This is Manchester United.
This is what I was saying.
Yeah, Man United. They're gonna have a reaction.
Hope so.
They might have a few changes, but I know that all week they've been grafting and making it more difficult for each other in training to play.
Yes.
They know that this is Manchester United. Ferguson went into the club. I'm not going to be one of those people that assume Fergie must have spoke to the boys, but there's a chance. One second.
Something happened, didn't it?
Yeah, there's a chance that something happened. There's a chance that something happened. And I think just his presence around and he may have spoken to the staff who respect him so highly, and then they might have filtered certain things down. Because for sure, after 5-0 at home, they're coming next game. They're going to come out blazing.
Yeah.
When I say blazing, I'm talking about off the ball. They're off the ball. They're going to be very tough. Hopefully, they don't sit back. Hopefully, there's a few changes in midfield. Maybe McTominay won't start. Fred might start. He's a little rash in there. And it's funny. I love Sancho, but I don't know.
Start, is he?
Greenwood
will start.
I think Greenwood will start. Greenwood will start. Sancho, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Sancho catching a fire. I just can't. Right now, it's really rough time. But at the same time, I think that we have to. This is a time where coaches need to support him. We know how good he is.
Yeah.
But you just got to support him to make sure he knows he's loved. And he's just going for a little spell. He'll be back. I've been through that. It happens. But
it does happen.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a case of he needs an arm around the shoulder, or do you think it's a case of Man United need to play the way that suits him?
What do you mean by that? Let me put a question on you. What's play the way that suits him mean, Kieron?
I don't think Man United are playing to his strengths. I don't think they're getting the ball out to the wing quick enough when he wants it. He's one that will take on the man. Get that. I don't think, as Nathan's mentioned before, I don't think there's a structure for the rest of the players around him to know where he's going to be at all times, where he's going to be here when you're breaking out defense on the counter. Where is he going to be? Where should he be?
I'm going to add to that as well.
Good.
I think Sancho, I've noticed that he's making some direct runs, and I think Dortmund, they play very direct. They get the ball, look forward straight away, and they try and make that pass. And you see Sancho getting, and when we win the ball, you see him making the run straight. And we're not used to playing them kind of balls, it looks like. They're not even seeing him. And then he's coming back and thinking, opportunity's gone. And then it keeps happening in the game. And then he's had a quiet game because he's not got them balls that he can see that normally can get threaded. They're not getting threaded because we're not playing. I don't think we're playing to any structure of way of to play. So they're just playing off the cuff. And when it's off the cuff, everyone just does whatever they want. You don't know by closing your eyes, knowing where players are going to be. So they have to open their eyes, see where they're going to be. Oh, you're going there. Okay. And that's why, I think we're falling short when it comes to these games where you have to break people down. You need to have a structure and then play off the cuff in that final third where little interchanges happen. But you've got to have that structure, and we don't have it.
Yeah. I think there's a few things, right? So playing in that position, like you said, you're dependent on other people providing you service, getting you the ball quickly. So that sometimes comes with they'll get you the ball sometimes quicker once they've seen you deliver a bit. Even though obviously he came with a big price tag, he's still kind of he's a big talent for sure. But they're looking, okay, now you're back at Man United, you're in the Premier League. Did he hit the ground running? No. The other thing I want to say about Sancho is, like, one, he's coming back in the Premier League, right? He's a Premier League, harder league, more competition. The games, for the most part, are tougher. Faster, just better teams overall. So he's, I think, finding his, like, groove and how he's going to be able to affect these teams, and because remember, he doesn't have blistering pace. He has a surge, there's a little burst of pace, but it's not blistering. He's not like super powerful where he's just going to charge by. Like, for example, what's that guy's name who used to play for Man United? Even like a Rashford or Antonio Valencia, where it's this kind of force type of guy. He's jinky, he's clever, and I think like people definitely in England, there's a bigger spotlight, and they judge people so quickly, and they judge you on numbers, and they judge them on numbers. We never judged. This is where it's kind of tricky. We never judged Iniesta on numbers.
Yeah.
And they're not similar players, but they both have the ability to carry the ball, and he can create. But we're expecting more maybe goals from him. But I think people have to understand I don't think he's going to be a goal. Like, I don't think he's going to be. Maybe he might get there, but he's not going to be a 15 goals a year guy. Like for now, hopefully he develops that and he looks at what Raheem done. But then to do that, he might have to start going to areas where Raheem goes. Raheem Sterling, everyone's praised him over the last 2-3 years. Why? Goals. Yeah. Goals. No one talks about how good he is. The opposite with Sancho is how good he is and tricks and cool. But then now we're saying he's still doing little bits and pieces. But now we're like, no, you're at Man United, bro. We need numbers and stuff like that. They did the same with Cristiano Ronaldo. So I think he's in that little area. Hopefully he looks at it as an area for development, doesn't feel sorry for himself. And looks at how can I now bridge that gap? How can I now become someone who gets goals and stuff? Because that's at Man United. They're not into all that tricks. They're fine with, look good, we'll buy you for that. They bought Ronaldo for that. But now you're at Manchester United. Where about winning silverware? Make it count. Crosses and shots at goal, mate.
Yep. All right, Rohan, my phone is going off right now. People are saying, get him back. Get Rohan back. Get him back. Honestly.
How long have you not been doing this?
I've been doing this
season. We started the Man United show.
Oh, the Man United show. This only this season, the Man United show. So yeah, it's doing well. But the channel as a whole has been going for a couple of years now.
Nice. And so where do you put this out on different platforms?
Yeah, this will go out on YouTube. This will go out on Twitter. So it's on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. It's out on at the moment.
Nice.
So, yeah,
nice.
we're building slowly.
You don't put it on Spotify or iTunes?
Yes, we will eventually get it on Spotify. I just got the new mic, so yeah, nice. we're getting there. Well, now I've got the mic. I'm comfortable that it's going to be sounding good. So yeah, that's. I wanted to get everything in place first.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, Rohan, you have to come back now. You have to.
Otherwise, it's been good. It's been very intelligent.
Absolutely brilliant today. Man United fans are loving you. Tottenham fans are loving you. Come back.
Cool. Quick question. Nathan, I appreciate the compliment you said about you feel that I can probably reach to a high level as a coach. Why do you think that?
It's because you're thinking on a deeper level. You know, when coaches, you hear people like Ollie, for example, speaking, doesn't go into any detail. He's not really going to go into detail, but you hear other coaches going into certain details. But when I speak to you, it's like you take notice of what the person is taking in. I've seen your coaching sessions as well. I've watched them online. So you make sure that they understand what you're trying to portray, and you have a way of doing that. You're making people understand exactly what you want them to know, and that's the coach's job. And you can see the differences in different coaches. Like myself, I can see it when I started doing coaching, and I got a little bit better, but I can see a total different level when I'm speaking to you, if you get what I mean. So that's where you can see there's levels to this, and there's levels to everything, isn't it? Like you talk to a fan who's never played the game, and they may say something, you're like, but you ain't played the game. You don't really understand it the way we understand it. Yeah. It's the same with coaching. You start coaching and you think that you can say stuff, but you can't just say stuff. There's ways to say it. And that's what I think you have a gift of saying it the right way and getting your point across. So if you had a team, you'll be able to tell them exactly what you want, and they'll go out and do what you want them to do. It's not easy.
It's clear.
It's not an easy job.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because I've been told it by numerous people, and my long-term goal is to coach at the highest level. But sometimes it's good to know what you just said, so I can know that's just to really polish it and polish it and polish it, and to stick with that, because there's different coaches can have different kind of personalities and identities. So I'm trying to make sure that my identity is very clear. And like my friend that I was talking to the other day, he was saying that coaching ultimately is to be able to communicate clearly your message. So that and make it just how you say, tactful enough that the people are not going to get upset, because they're human beings,
Yeah, I think what's important, which you've reiterated quite a few times, is the time that you're willing to give that player separate to the other players, just to make sure they do understand your instructions. I know I've worked with coaches where it's blanket, so it's you all listen to this. If you don't get it, you're probably out the team. But it seems like you're willing, and you get that the football's moved on, and you have to take time out to give people that individual instruction if they don't understand it, because they could be your star player. So it's beneficial to everyone.
Question, Kieron, what position did you play?
I was a goalkeeper.
Good, brilliant. So, when you watch a football match, do you watch it? How do you watch it? From what eye do you watch it? So when I watch a football match, because of how I played, and then how I'm educated, I'm watching. I'm always looking at football in like 2v2, 3v2. I'm always looking at, okay, oh good, he missed him out. Good, like he played one touch around the corner. I'm seeing these little details. Oh, he played it outside the foot. Good, he received. I'm seeing these little small nuances that were important in my position. Nathan might see, and the reason I'm asking you this, when I play against Nathan on FIFA, we got to play as well. Nathan, we should jump on. But when I play, he's got the upper hand at the moment. Last FIFA,
he's banned from playing FIFA within 20 minutes of any pod now.
So Nathan, when he plays FIFA, it's so interesting. He plays FIFA how he kind of plays and how he kind of sees the game. He's not like, and he would say the same with me. I'm trying to pass and trying to play. And he would pass enough, but he's trying to penetrate because he's a striker. When you watch a football match, how are you watching it? From what eye? Are you watching? Obviously, you're not going to watch the goalie all day because he's not got the ball, but are you watching stuff in and around the keeper a lot?
Yeah, no, but it's funny you say that, because as you're speaking, I'm thinking, now I do realise how I do watch it, because I do watch it like if they are breaking out from the back, do they need to break? Do they need to play around in that area? Are they getting down them flanks? For me, as a player, I wanted to see him get it up to the opposition's goal as quickly as possible, and get shots on goal.
So did you do that? Was you a guy that was you educated to get the, or was you encouraged to get the ball down quickly to the forward?
It was get it out, roll it out to your fullbacks, throw it out to your winger, kick it out to the winger, turn them round. Yeah, it was that. That's how I played, and I'm very critical of strikers. Very critical, because I know, because I watch what a goalkeeper does. I watch because when I was playing, if I was training, I'd tell the strikers you should have had a shot there. I wasn't set because would set, because things like that where I wouldn't be able to see around the corner, and I could see the striker, or I could see that they could have had a shot in the corner there, and I wouldn't have got that. Next time you shoot there because I weren't set, and most goalkeepers won't be set. I used to do that kind of thing.
I love that. So that's why. So hopefully now, just you thinking about that, or me making you think about that, this podcast or this show, there's a whole element that you can talk about when you're seeing certain things. It might not be there to talk about every show, but like you might see stuff from the strikers that you can give your own person. They're not shooting enough, or the goalie wasn't set. Or do you think that it could be a goal? Because you've just taught me something as well. Because there's different ways of watching the game, and it's interesting to know what someone else is seeing. Like I would never even think like that.
Yeah.
Me neither. Yeah.
All
Crazy.
right.
Crazy.
All right.
Different points
We do have to call it a day. We do have to call it a day. However, I did see Paul's comment. Yeah, when can they listen? Ferg, they listen. Klopp, they listen. Rohan, we've listened. And that sums up today's pod. Rohan, we have listened. There was a comment in there. I've never seen Nathan so quiet. We were gripped, mate. It was brilliant.
Lovely.
Absolutely brilliant.
Respect. Paul James, all you guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter.
Yes.
Everything. Snapchat.
What is it?
Snapchat.
What is your Twitter? What is your Instagram? What is it?
My Twitter is Rohan Ricketts.
Yeah.
Instagram, Rohan Ricketts. Facebook, Rohan Ricketts. I've obviously got the Rohan Ricketts show, which I'm actually recording today. It starts today. I'm going to be interviewing Nathan soon. But yeah, just follow me on those platforms. And it's crazy. You know what happened with Twitter, bro? You still use Twitter, Nathan?
Yeah.
You use Twitter, Kieron?
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you something. Make sure you do not go quiet on those platforms. I used to be one of the most active guys on Twitter when it first came out. Super active.
Mm-hmm.
They interviewed Rio Ferdinand when they went on tour in Asia, and they asked Rio Ferdinand, don't look for the interview. They asked him, who's your guy? Who do you like to follow on Twitter? He said, Rohan Ricketts. He says, interesting. Yeah, he says, interesting, insightful stuff. Anyway, after time, I started going to Instagram. I wasn't really tweeting that much. Bro, I had 26,000, 28,000, dropped down. Now when I tweet, it's like you can hear a pin drop, bro. You know
One like.
I'm getting back out there today.
Do it.
Right.
Do it.
We're on it.
Make sure you retweet and like everything Rohan says. This guy speaks sense, people.
Yeah.
I've got to go because I've got to jump onto the Arsenal show in a second. All right. This is what it's like around here. All right. Thank you very much for joining us today, Rohan.
Blessings. All right, Nate, we jumping on?
Yeah. Shortly. What now?
Yeah, if you want. There's a quick one.
All right, cool.
Do it.
My son just jumped on the computer. What are you doing?
All right. Don't matter. Tell your son to get off. This is more important things. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.
Yeah.